Kevin McCarthy has called on DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas to step down from his mismanagement of the border crisis. He knows better, but he's continuing to let the border break. But he says he has no intention of resigning. That's not a surprise. Texas Congressman Dan Crenshaw also visited the border yesterday and delivered a very strong message to the cartels in a language they can understand.
A los carteles, a Ismael Mario Zambarda García, y Nemesio Ceguera Cervantes y Juan Pablo Ledesma y los demás, ya se acabó su vacación, porque ahora serán perseguidos. Vendremos por su dinero, vendremos por sus mansiones, vendremos por su libertad. Ya no vamos a ignorar sus crímenes contra nuestro país y nuestros ciudadanos. Ya no se pueden esconder y ahora va a acabar su reino de terror.
Congressman Dan Crenshaw joins us now. Congressman, what brought you to the point where you had to call them out? And can you fulfill what you said you would do and make their life hell?
We absolutely have to. Look, they've declared a war on us a long time ago. I think everybody understands that by now. We have 80,000 Americans a year dying from fentanyl. That's not a drug problem. That's a poisoning problem. They are poisoning street drugs with fentanyl, and they're doing it on purpose. So they've been at war with us for a while. Not only that, but they facilitate this entire immigration crisis. They facilitate the whole thing. So it's time we go to war with them. And it's time we make the Mexican government cooperate with us on that. So I introduced legislation last week called Declaring War on the Cartels Act that would increase penalties for them. It would increase our authorities to go after them. It would basically treat them like terrorists, but also allow us to sanction those who aid and abet them. And you know what? I'm talking to the Mexican government here. I'm talking to the corrupt Mexican officials that aid and abet these people. They have to be stopped. We have to go after them in a whole-of-government approach. This should not be a partisan issue, by the way. This has to be a whole-of-government approach with CBP leading the charge, but also with the DEA, the CIA, the FBI, the military. This is a serious problem. This is some of the most well-equipped, well-armed, most dangerous people on earth just south of our border. And Mexico is at risk of becoming a failed narco state. If we don't pay attention to this right now, if we don't accept the fact that we are already at war, then we're going to lose it pretty quick. And this administration needs to get on board. It's infuriating that they won't see this. This is not a partisan issue. They need to get on board with this. We need to work together, and we need to secure our southern border and take care of this national security threat.
Dan, they say the Republicans have no plan. They just want to do theatrics at the border. Is that what was going on yesterday with Kevin McCarthy, theatrics at the border?
I'm so disgusted by everything that comes out of the press secretary's mouth these days. Of course we have a plan. Obviously, I just told you about the bill I've introduced. I've introduced other bills that would fix the asylum process, that would fix the Flores settlement. These are the things that actually create the problem. You know what else our plan would be? Having the State Department do its job and establish flight routes with these other countries so that ICE can actually put these people on planes and send them back. I can solve the border crisis really fast. You simply put them on a plane and you fly them way into the interior of Mexico or back to their country. You know what will happen? They'll stop coming. Yep. They'll stop coming very, very quickly because the word gets out so fast. The State Department is a part of this that is not getting blamed enough. They're the ones who have to do the diplomacy and create those flight routes so that ICE can use them.
And remember, if you want 20,000 Mexican Marines on their southern border, you threaten tariffs and you pull aid. Same thing with all those Central American countries. That's what got their attention. Real quick, is Kevin McCarthy going to be able to get the votes to become Speaker? He's about 5 short now, I think, at least.
Yeah, look, I don't know what kind of games these 5 are playing. They don't have a plan, right? They don't have anybody else in mind. I think they just want attention and notoriety. They need to get off this little high horse of theirs. Let's just be honest with everybody. There is no nobility in what's happening with this. There's no greater cause. McCarthy's our guy. We voted for him in conference. We need to vote for him when the time comes. Like, what are you going to end up with otherwise? He has been doing everything right. You know what? He's the one who was out there trying to win elections so we'd have a bigger majority. He's the one who was out there raising money. Those people who don't want to vote for him, what did they do? Nothing. They did nothing to help us win those majorities and win those elections. I don't want to hear it.
Right.
McCarthy's going to be our speaker, and it's going to happen. He's going to have to stare these guys down in the face, and they're going to blink.
Matt Gaetz, Andy Biggs among them, Congressman Good, another. Thanks so much, Dan. Appreciate your passion. Hope people are listening. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.